En Ukraine, officiellement sur le champ de bataille, le nombre de militaires tués, qu'ils soient des militaires de carrière ou des gens qui ont été mobilisés, c'est 55 000. Et il y a un grand nombre de personnes que l'Ukraine considère comme des disparus.
Of course, Vladimir Putin continues to play the long game here. The long game here for him has been all along Ukraine's complete and irreversible capitulation to Putin's demands, which essentially consists of Ukraine ceding its sovereignty to Vladimir Putin. Ukraine is really wary about the Kremlin's demand to turn over the remaining part of the Donbas, thinking, once again, rightly so, that this is only the first sort of negotiated position for the Russians. Once they get the Donbas, then they'll be ready to talk some more, and this is what we've seen playing out throughout this whole process. Vladimir Putin and his emissaries are essentially dragging out their feet, dragging out the time of this. They don't want to alienate Donald Trump and anger him unnecessarily. Maybe even sometimes throw a bone or two, such as this vaunted energy ceasefire that was supposed to last a week. No one knew exactly how long it lasted, but definitely more, less than a week. And it only allowed Vladimir Putin to stockpile those weapons, those missiles, and attack Ukraine again, as he did last night, just as the real cold hit, sub-zero temperatures. So in essence, nothing changes. Vladimir Putin is gung-ho about his maximalist goals in Ukraine. Well, listen, Ukrainians, as heroic as they've become to the world, right, for their resistance, and we're nearing the fourth year anniversary. They're not, made of steel. They're flesh and blood, like everyone else, of course. And, there's grumbling. People are tired. The percentage of those who would be willing to exchange the Donbas for ironclad security guarantees is growing. It's not over 50% yet. But be that as it may, once again, I just don't think that any ironclad security guarantees in exchange for those painful territorial concessions are in the offing, right? The Donald Trump administration has not made clear exactly what they're offering. They have ruled out, though, sending their troops to Ukraine, troops on the ground. And Ukraine looks at the other allies and what they've offered, such as peacekeepers from Britain, from France. That is a no-go zone for the Russians. They've ruled out, tolerating the presence of NATO country troops. But even if they were, imagine the fractious politics that we're seeing in Europe. Keith Starmer, there's been a turnover of probably close to a dozen prime ministers in the last 10 or 12 years in Britain. And of course, President Macron is on the outs, right? And what happens if Marine Le Pen assumes presidency? What next? So Ukraine, once again, is very wary of any sort of talk of security guarantees, knowing that pretty much with the Russians, you simply cannot take their words for it. And our allies, unfortunately, have proven very, very fickle.